Hi everyone, it's Intang Mayumi. I'm back with a swatch video of my Arteza Premium 60 watercolors. I recently purchased this Arteza watercolors on Amazon. I thought the price is good for 60 watercolor tubes, so I purchased it. The first thing that I did here is print my labels. I have this Dymo Litra tag, and I use this label maker to label my stamps and dies too, and also my inks. You don't have to do this if you don't have a label maker. You can just write the names or numbers on the sides of your watercolor pens. It's because this one takes a long time to do it. The watercolor pens that I have are half pens. The palette that I got from Amazon also includes half pens, but it's only 48. So I add 12 more from my stash. After I printed all the color names, I will cut them to fit on the sides of the pens. I have a thick cardboard here from my watercolor pad. I saved the cardboard because you can use it for other things. And this is the palette that I will be using for my watercolors. I got this one on Amazon and it's the Midden palette. And I will remove this metal thing that holds the pens because that only holds 48 half pens. I will use the metal thing to trace the shape on the cardboard, and I'm just using pencil here. And then I'm going to use my blade cutter and my metal ruler to cut the paper. And I'm cutting the paper a few times here because the cardboard is so thick and you can't cut it just one pass. My crafty BFF Cherryl Sabado here on YouTube came out with this idea because we were like, how will we fit all the 60 watercolors inside the palette that only holds 48 half pens? Because we bought our Arteza at the same time, but she received hers first and then I got mine later on. I was talking to her online while doing this video and asking questions how she did it, and she is so smart that she came out with this idea. I use my scraps of ribbon from my stash and I will attach it on each sides of the cardboard that we cut. I will use my hot glue to make sure the ribbon is well adhered on the cardboard. I will add strips of strong double-sided tape on the cardboard so when we add our half pans later, it's not going to move. I have another cardboard smaller than the one we cut earlier. I will adhere this one on the back of the other cardboard so it's more sturdy. And I added more strong double-sided tape on the cardboard. This is the fun part of swatching watercolors, at least for me. As you can see, I added the first rows of half pans on the cardboard, but later on you will notice that I removed them and adding the pans after I filled it with watercolor. I think I was putting color on the wrong color name. So I was doing it that way at first, and then I will go back to squeezing the tubes on the pens already attached on the cardboard. I use Canson XL 140-pound watercolor paper to swatch my colors, and again I will trace the inside metal part of the palette and cut it with my Fiskars trimmer. And then I will use my crocodile corner chomper to cut the corners. I will add tick marks on the watercolor paper, and I will use my T ruler to help me draw the lines on the paper. I use my black Sharpie marker on the first column so I know how much opacity the white paint is. This is also fun part for me, swatching and trying out the paints and seeing the beautiful colors on the paper. I use my Pentel Aqua brush for applying the colors on the paper. I think this one is the medium size brush. It's easier for me to use this brush than the normal brush because you just squeeze the water to clean the brush and move on to the next color. After the color swatching, I wrote the numbers on the colors so I know exactly what color it is when I add more paint on the pens. And I added packing tape on top of the swatch chart. The tape will protect the colors. I always do this on all of my watercolor swatches. And remove the excess tape using my non-stick scissor. This Arteza Premium 60 watercolors is a good beginner watercolor paints. You get a lot of colors at a good price. Thanks to my crafty BFF for the idea on how to fit 60 watercolor paints in a palette that only holds 48 half pens. And I hope this video will help you how to swatch your Arteza watercolor paints. I will be back with card making soon. I hope you liked today's video and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.